I learned to trust my own value, and it took me a long time to understand that, to really tap into that, to understand the meaning of, to have this innate value, the self-esteem, I guess, is part of it. But I think it's mostly comes to valuing your own sovereign being. And I hope that you don't take that personally, but oftentimes we don't even know that we devalue ourselves. And for that, I think it's so important to understand that we shouldn't give that power to anyone. We have our own sense of identity. Our identity should not be compromised. Our values should not be compromised. We should be the master of our own ship and the only character in our own life, and no one else should have influence on that. And if we give that power to someone else, what a small life we can live if that happens. And oftentimes throughout a transition, there is a loss of job, a separation or divorce, a friendship that gets dissolved, and all of that. Oftentimes we took that really hard because the idea that sometimes we feel that we want to prove our own worth to others so that they can still love us, they can still accept us. That person doesn't see my value in his or her life anymore. There should not be any reason for me to value that relationship anymore either. Okay? It has to be mutually agreeable and symbiotic relationship. So, and that comes down again to self-worth, right? So self-value is the critical part of that. And I had to learn that, and I had to learn that the hard way, right? And here's the thing, the acceptance of our own self first comes within us. I have to be good with me. So that if I'm good with me, that means that I'm not seeking accolades or seeking love. Remember the concept of being needy and being needed? This is it again. I made a video on that. If we are so focused on the fact that our lives is based on the emotions and reactions and behavior of others, and therefore we have to continuously adjust to that so that they can continuously love us and keep us in their lives, this is not a life that I want to live at all, because that's not my life, that's someone else's life, right? And remember that we always have choices to live this life that is given to us. One is the life that we chose to live, or the life that someone else chooses for us. And I made a video for that, on that one too. I will put a link through at one point. But it's so important to understand that you need to have that sense of worth and value within you. Some people say respect yourself. I'm not sure what that means really, but I do know what value means. I am a unique person, 1 in 8 billion. No one is like me. And if someone doesn't resonate with me, and that could be in a long-term relationship, that could be in a job situation, that could be in a friendship context, and that is known to me, who am I to judge that? That person has decided that this relationship is not working for them anymore in whatever form, and that shouldn't affect my identity, my value system. And if that is the case, great. You go your separate ways and I go my separate way. That is the only way that can work, if that I show up the most honest way that I can, and you show up the most honest way that you can. And then we find this common ground that we see value in each other. And the moment that value proposition is not there anymore, we have to let go and don't get bogged down and to depress and really devastated by the fact that the other person has decided that doesn't want us in their lives anymore. Now, Is it easy at first? No, it's not. I can tell you it's not, because after 28 years of being in a relationship, a long time being married, and then of course divorce happened, and I got to tell you that took courage to happen, so that it initiates that idea that I am not valued in the same way as I used to for my ex at that time, and then she decided to leave. Great, okay. Now, it took me about 6 months, 3 to 6 months, to really realize that, to understand that, and I continuously do that, and it took me a better part of 2 years to slowly, and then work through my own conditions and my own identity and my own stuckness and complexities to figure things out. But I wish that I would come across a video where it would tell me that, hey, here's the situation that you have, is that the value that you have within you, no one should have influence on that. And you should not base your value on someone else's or some external circumstances or some external thing, including another person. What do you think about that? Share your thoughts and views. Do you think that it's a logical thing? Do you think that emotion plays a role on that? Do you think that we struggle to continue holding on to something that it's not there anymore? It's a fantasy, it's the projection, it's not there anymore. And if the other person says, you're not my person anymore, regardless of this situation, circumstances, in any type of a relationship, you are not my person anymore, then we should say, okay, that's fine, because it seems that I may not be your person, therefore you're not my person anymore either. But I am 100% sure there will be others that will resonate with me, and they will be my person, and vice versa. So what is your take on that? Share your comments and thoughts below. I do have to make sure that I'm not making this as easy as that. It takes and requires lots of deepening, meditation, and self-awareness, deep understanding of where you came from, how you become as you have become while you're here and you're watching this video throughout the years. If you're in your 20s, in your 30s, 40s, 60s, 80s, doesn't really matter. Once you tap into that and then you realize that, then you can relate your value system to that, your own internal value system, your own worth. And once you tap into that and you realize that you are the most valuable person in your own life. No one else is. No one else is. And if you treat yourself like that, then there is no other way but to feel confident, not narcissistic by any means, but the pain of detachment will be much less, because you understand that, okay, if you want me to be somebody else, that way I can show up for you. That means I am not that person. I am me. I'm not going to do that, because that's not who I am, right? Share your thoughts and ideas. Love to hear from you guys. Until next time, my friends. Until next time.